Hi, this is Nate with Strayblogger.com, and I want to thank you for your interest in this training. What this training is, it's updated from what my old training used to be. The old training was, it was good. I got a lot of positive feedback from it. What I wanted to do was just provide a much better or a more specific training as to how I actually did things. Because I would get questions about certain things, like how I actually did my article marketing to get my niche sites to rank high in the search engines. And so I realized that I wasn't being specific enough in the training. So this is it's not all new, it's just a lot more specific, and this is exactly how I build my own niche websites. It's exactly how I do it. The exact tools I use, the exact methods I use, everything. So that one sentence that I mentioned on the opt-in page, let's see, a couple years ago, this was after I had just wasted two and a half years on my first website that was in the well, it wasn't in the bodybuilding niche, it was the bodybuilding niche, and that's why it didn't go anywhere. I just chose a gigantic niche that I could have worked on for years and never ranked for. And so anyways, after that, I had made my own information product and had that website up, and it was doing okay. But I was going through the shiny object syndrome with like internet marketing launches and stuff, and someone that was kind of guiding me how to do all of this, he finally just told me, like, hey, you need to quit messing around with all these other methods and websites. He said, you need to go back to your information website and you need to work on that site until it's making $1,000 a month. Don't do anything else. Don't, just nothing. Don't read other websites. Don't check out any product launches. Just anything. Don't do anything. When you're doing your internet marketing in front of your computer, you just sit down, you pump out content, you work on building backlinks, you work on conversion, and you don't do anything until that site is making $1,000 a month. And that changed everything for me. Luckily I took his advice, and it doesn't have to be your own information product website. That's my biggest piece of advice to you, is to take, if you already have a couple websites you've been messing around with, or maybe you just have one, my biggest advice would be to just pick one of those and apply the methods that I'll teach you in this training to that one website until it is making $1,000 a month, and don't do anything else. Okay, so I got ahead of myself and I explained this already. So yeah, don't do anything until you have that one site making $1,000 a month. So inside of this, to get you to that point, this is what you'll learn during the course of this training. You'll be emailed a link to each training segment each day. I think it goes over 6 days or 5 or something like that. I'm not sure at this moment. So the first one is how to choose a niche. This is by far, well, like I said, I spent 2 years, I wrote hundreds of pages of content for that stupid bodybuilding website, and that's what, no matter what I did, I didn't do this part right. You're going to learn how to choose a niche. You're going to learn a very specific method with free tools to choose a niche that will be easy to rank for, that you can easily dominate. This is the most important thing. If you have to spend 2 weeks on this part to find one, then do it, because if there's 10 high quality sites out there already, meaning the first 10 results in a Google search for that keyword, you're just gonna spend a lot of time for nothing, if you can't get in the top 10 of Google. So choosing your niche is the biggest thing, and that'll be the first training. The second one will be how to set up your blog. how to set up hosting, exactly how to install WordPress on your site. I recommend WordPress. That's the only thing I use anymore. You might already have a site set up and everything, so and this obviously isn't the most exciting, training segment, but I put it in here because there are people that haven't got their own domain yet or anything, so that's in there. Next would be the tools of the trade, the exact type of plugins, the themes I use, that kind of stuff. Ways to create opt-in forms, increase conversions, just how to make your blog look good, basically. If your blog or your website looks crappy, people will exit instantly. It doesn't matter how good your content is. So that's a big part. Then there's a training about the most effective internet marketing tool there is, and most people kind of think that this tool is for the gurus or the people that are already just making 5-6 figures a month, but it's not true. This is the most effective tool there is. So there's one training dedicated to that and how to use it. Then the next training would be how to turn your keywords that you found into high-ranking pages. So just all the specifics that go with that, kind of the SEO methods, things like that. And it's a lot simpler than you think. And then the last training, this is my favorite one. It's this thing I just referred to as picking up the scraps. It's a method that I kind of just decided to start trying out because the other stuff I was doing wasn't working. And this ended up, this makes up 50 to 60% of all the traffic I get to my niche sites. It works very well. And the last thing, I would say about, this training in general is this is a method that will work over and over and over. It is not an auto blog or some other just bull crap method that I'm not claiming that you're going to make money overnight with this or become a millionaire in a few months. This takes real work, as you've probably already found out with your online ventures. Anything that promises to make you a ton of money really fast does not work. That obviously just is impossible, or there would be no point in anyone having any sort of real job or anything like that. Making money online is hard, like anything else. But this is a method that if you would just take the work to do these things that I'm going to show you, you can make this work over and over and over again in any niches that you can find, with a decent level of competition that you'll be able to beat. So let's get started.